All right, Miss Lori. So I usually use the part of Teams that is the classroom notebook. The kids can click classroom notebook from Teams, their team, or they can just open OneNote and it will also be accessible there. Um, I have added you and Adrian just now. I've changed your status from owners of my team to students, so hopefully you can see just what the students see as well and have the notebook pages and the lessons and things that they complete. I would prefer to continue this way because it's what we've done the whole year. It maintains their notebooks, so when they do their summatives, they can go back to their notebook and review all the lessons right there in one place, as they've always done. But if you really feel it's important for, especially you guys, to review what we're doing and whatnot, I can change that for virtual learning. I just really don't want to because it will just be as normal as possible. But so I'll show you the class notebook. So I have the master copy of every day. Within this, they also get not only in their notebook every day, it's labeled, Unit 3, day 1 of Unit 3 that we spent. It says January 4th, and it not only is it like, assignments, classwork, but it's kind of like an agenda for the class day. I will have the notes, and this is the video we watched as a class on the projector. They also have it in their notebook. They have their notes in their notebook, which I also project and we discuss and do things with. Sometimes I say, activity 1, we will do something together as a class, and it's not even, we don't even do it in this notebook. They don't have to type anything, but it's an agenda of what we're doing in class as well, so I don't have to put that on the board or whatever. That's right there in their notebooks. So this is the format we've been following. We have all the way from day 1 to we're on day 13 for virtual learning. This is what they needed to do today. This is a blank copy. I'll show you how I can go through and I can see, which I'm going to do, what they have completed. So, activity 1, they needed to cut and paste these pictures to match them up to the different industrial revolutions that we've studied so far. Then they get a little video that introduces them to Industrial Revolution 4. They also have a PowerPoint to look at about Industrial Revolution 4. Then they need to answer these questions about Industrial Revolution 4, and then they need to complete this little activity, which is creating a cyber physical system for our classroom, inventing it and explaining it here. So this is a master copy. I've distributed it to all of my students. I just click day 13, distribute page, class notebook distribution, and I select to put them in all the, I don't have to, I just select all my class blocks, and it puts it in their notebooks, and they can edit it, and then I can see what they've done. I can also, without, I can click on their names anytime in class and see where they are and what they're working on. For the sake of what we're doing now, I'll check, let's see, Abdulaziz I've got open here. I'll go, and they have like Unit 1, they've done all their work there. Unit 2, so they can also refer to that. Okay, so we're on Unit 3. Today was day 13. So I'm in now Abdulaziz Al-Mashmoon's notebook. This is the page, that we looked at that I distributed for them to complete today. He has copy and pasted the pictures. I've noticed that he got one wrong. He got this one wrong. So I'll leave him feedback that, this represents steam power, which he probably overlooked. He maybe thought it was electrical or something. So I'll let him know that, that's what that's supposed to represent. And that should go Industrial Revolution 1. Maybe he can argue, well, how do we know, from the image, I can't tell it doesn't have electricity or not. Like the Titanic, it had electricity and steam power. So anyway, this is where the images were. He cut and pasted them. Let's see. He has the video in his notebook. that he can refer to at any time, not just, normally if we did this in class, I would have that video, we would watch it as a class. The PowerPoint that we would do as a class, he now has in his own notebook. And all the time, not just for this virtual learning. I incorporate a lot of virtual learning already. My class is like a hybrid. Okay, so he's answered the questions. He wrote, the question was, what is another name for the fourth industrial revolution? It's Industry 4.0. List 2 things in your house that are part of the IoT, Internet of Things concept, laptop, and smart TV, so on and so forth. He has answered these questions. The activity where he had to invent a cyber physical system for our class, he has said an automatic grammar checker, the system, and I told him, tell me what the sensors and how does it connect to the internet and how was the data received, processed, and acted on. He said it would be like Turnitin, where it scans document papers and marks all the incorrect grammar. We would need a sensor. So I guess he's thinking we would have sensors in the classroom that would automatically scan their work as they did it. It wouldn't necessarily, maybe when they're writing on paper, I'm not quite sure, he didn't clarify that part, that can review different words and sentences, and the sensor would connect to the internet, and the data would be the different senses and words it used, and it finds, and it marks and alters them perhaps as they're working or whatever. So I can go through, I can check Mr. Casasia here. I don't know, Amthal doesn't. Let's see if Amthal has done her work here. Things seem to be loading a little bit slower. You know what? I'll stop that here because, I don't know why. All this stuff is stored on ASI servers. And I wonder if we're kind of overloading them today. Other people in our group are kind of complaining that things are slow. I had preloaded this stuff before I started this video. So anyway, that is what we do. And I just want to, like I said, continue as normal. I will email the students, let them know that from now on, we will all meet at the beginning of class, at class time, and do a 15-minute meeting. I did not realize and you clarified that, but I just got confused in what we organized with Alyssa. I did this with Alyssa. We teach this class together, and Harold, and perhaps they were aware we were also supposed to be, and I just overlooked that fact. And I will also go through your emails and double check what else I may have overlooked. All right, so that is what I normally do. I'd appreciate it if I could continue. I'm actually seeing this probably, I was thinking this should take a little bit, well, the video, I don't know. Anyway, so that's what I do.